Hey everyone, welcome to our culinary journey today. Today, we're diving into the world of sinigang, a super popular Filipino soup that has captured the hearts and taste buds of many. This dish is a staple in Filipino cuisine and is known for its unique and delightful flavor profile. Sinigang is a soup that's both sour and savory, and it's found in almost every Filipino home. It's a dish that brings families together, often enjoyed during gatherings and special occasions. Many people think it's the ultimate comfort food. The secret ingredient that gives sinigang its distinctive taste, it's the sour flavor, which is usually derived from tamarind, a tropical fruit that's both tangy and sweet. Tamarind is the heart and soul of sinigang. This fruit is what gives the soup its signature tangy taste, making each spoonful a burst of flavor. When tamarind is added to the soup, it transforms the broth into a deliciously tangy and savory concoction that is simply irresistible. But tamarind isn't the only fruit that can be used. Sometimes people use guava or calamansi to achieve that sour kick. Each fruit brings its own unique twist to the dish, making sinigang a versatile and adaptable recipe. Sinigang is a perfect example of how diverse Filipino food can be. It showcases the rich culinary heritage of the Philippines, blending different flavors and ingredients to create something truly special. The beauty of sinigang lies in its perfect balance of salty, sour, and savory tastes. Each ingredient plays a crucial role in creating a harmonious and delicious dish. It's not just a soup, it's a well-balanced meal that can be enjoyed on its own or paired with rice. The combination of vegetables, meat, and broth makes it a nutritious and satisfying dish. Sinigang isn't just soup. It's an experience. It's a dish that brings people together, creating memories and moments of joy around the dining table. For many Filipinos, sinigang tastes like home. It's a dish that evokes nostalgia and comfort, reminding them of family gatherings and home-cooked meals. Now, let's learn how to make this famous soup in your own kitchen. We'll go through the ingredients and steps needed to create a delicious pot of sinigang that you can share with your loved ones. Here's what you need for your sinigang adventure. Sinigang is a traditional Filipino soup known for its sour and savory taste. It's a dish that brings together a medley of flavors and textures, creating a symphony in every spoonful. Let's dive into the ingredients that make this dish so special. For the broth, you'll need 2 pounds of pork ribs, cut into pieces. The pork ribs provide a rich, meaty base that is essential for the depth of flavor in the broth. Make sure to cut them into manageable pieces so they cook evenly and release their juices into the soup. Next, take 1 large onion and cut it into 4 pieces. The onion adds a subtle sweetness and a layer of complexity to the broth. As it cooks, it will break down and meld with the other ingredients, enhancing the overall flavor. You'll also need 2 tomatoes, cut into 4 pieces. Tomatoes contribute a slight acidity and a touch of umami, balancing the richness of the pork. They also add a beautiful color to the broth, making it visually appealing. Add 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, which is a staple in Filipino cuisine. It brings a salty, savory depth that enhances all the other flavors. Don't forget to season with salt and pepper to taste, adjusting as needed to suit your preference. For the sour flavor that sinigang is famous for, you'll need 2 cups of tamarind pulp, soaked in 1 cup of warm water. Tamarind is the key ingredient that gives sinigang its distinctive tang. Soak the pulp until it softens, then strain it to extract the juice, which will be added to the broth. For the veggies, start with 1 cup of green beans, cut into 2-inch pieces. Green beans add a nice crunch and a fresh green flavor that complements the other ingredients. They also hold up well in the soup, maintaining their texture even after cooking. Next, you'll need 1 cup of eggplant, cut into 1-inch cubes. Eggplant absorbs the flavors of the broth beautifully and adds a creamy texture to the soup. It's a versatile vegetable that pairs well with the other components of sinigang. 1 cup of daikon radish sliced is also essential. Daikon radish has a mild, slightly sweet flavor and a crisp texture. It adds a refreshing element to the soup and helps balance the richness of the pork. You'll also need 1 cup of water spinach. Water spinach, also known as kangkong, is a leafy green that adds a slightly earthy flavor and a tender texture to the soup. It's a common ingredient in many Filipino dishes and is perfect for sinigang. Finally, add 2 or 3 long green peppers. These peppers add a mild heat and a bit of sweetness, enhancing the overall flavor profile of the soup. If you prefer a spicier sinigang, you can add more peppers or even some chili peppers. If you like it spicy, add some chili peppers. They will give your sinigang an extra kick and make it even more exciting. And there you have it, all the ingredients you need to create a delicious and authentic sinigang. Enjoy your cooking adventure. First, get the tamarind ready. Soak the pulp in warm water for about 30 minutes. This makes it soft and brings out the sourness. Next, strain the pulp. Squeeze it with your hands to get all the juice out. Strain the juice again to get rid of any seeds. Set it aside. Now, chop your veggies. Cut the green beans, eggplant, and daikon radish into the sizes we talked about. Keep them separate for now. Let's make the broth. This is the heart of our dish, and getting it right is crucial for a delicious outcome. We'll start by gathering all our ingredients and setting up our cooking station. Make sure you have everything you need within arm's reach. In a big pot, put the pork ribs, water, onion, tomatoes, and fish sauce. These ingredients will form the base of our broth, providing a rich and savory flavor. The pork ribs add depth, while the onions and tomatoes contribute sweetness and acidity. The fish sauce, a staple in many Asian cuisines, brings a unique umami taste that enhances the overall flavor profile. Boil it, then turn the heat down and let it simmer for 1 to 1.5 hours, or until the pork is soft. This slow cooking process allows the flavors to meld together beautifully. Be patient, as this step is essential for achieving a broth that's both flavorful and aromatic. The longer it simmers, the more intense the flavors will become. Skim off anything that floats to the top. This helps to keep the broth clear and free of impurities. Now add the sourness. The sour element is what sets this broth apart, giving it a refreshing and tangy twist that balances the richness of the pork. Pour the tamarind juice into the pot and stir. Tamarind juice is a fantastic ingredient that adds a unique sour flavor. It's commonly used in Southeast Asian cooking and pairs wonderfully with the other ingredients in our broth. Stir well to ensure the tamarind juice is evenly distributed. Let it simmer for 10 more minutes so the flavors mix. This additional simmering time allows the tamarind juice to fully integrate with the broth, enhancing its complexity and depth. You'll notice the aroma becoming more pronounced as the flavors meld together. Add the daikon radish, green beans, and eggplant. These vegetables not only add texture and color to the broth, but also absorb the flavors beautifully. Daikon radish brings a mild sweetness, green beans add a slight crunch, and eggplant provides a soft, creamy texture. Simmer for 5 to 8 minutes. This short cooking time ensures the vegetables are cooked through but still retain their vibrant colors and some of their natural crunch. Overcooking can make them mushy, so keep an eye on the clock. The veggies should be soft but still a little firm. This texture is perfect for enjoying the full range of flavors and ensuring a pleasant eating experience. Taste a piece to check for doneness and adjust the seasoning if necessary. Your broth is now ready to be served. This is important. Taste the broth. Do you want it more sour? Add more tamarind juice. Too sour? Add a little water. Now, add salt and pepper. Remember, fish sauce is salty, so don't add too much. Now for the water spinach and long green peppers. Gently push them into the broth. Simmer for 2 to 3 minutes until the spinach is wilted. Don't overcook them. We want them a little crunchy. Time to eat. Ladle the sinigang into bowls. Make sure everyone gets broth, meat, and veggies. Serve it hot with steamed white rice. Rice goes perfectly with the sour and savory sinigang. Sinigang is more than just soup. It's part of Filipino culture. Families and friends share it during parties and holidays. The sour taste is a big part of Filipino food, which loves a mix of flavors. Sinigang also shows off all the amazing fruits and vegetables from the Philippines, like tamarind, which grows in tropical places. Making sinigang is like learning about Filipino culture. It's a dish full of history, flavor, and tradition. With its sour and savory broth, yummy veggies, and tender meat, sinigang is a food adventure you'll love. So grab your ingredients, follow these steps, and enjoy the amazing world of sinigang.